It's Madden NFL 24. And up next is the Texans' lengthy corner, who's really putting up incredible numbers all season. 11 interceptions so far. It's the Texans and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's
the Broncos defense playing well. They've won 4 in a row as they get going here. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And boy, was he sensational a week ago. 1 interception is great. 2 is tremendous. Once you get beyond that, that's the game of your life. But that's what he was able to accomplish a week ago. And I wouldn't be surprised if the opposing offense steers clear of him here.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself. In high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up, you heard, oh no, we got to put in Davis.
Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic?
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go.
Oh, with that penalty, get out of here.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
Let's go.
Met in his tracks
Give him
behind
some yards
the
back.
line of scrimmage. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Let's
They
go.
take a shot downfield there, but it
Okay,
winds
Stroud
up
ain't got
falling
nothing
into
on
the
us.
field. Trying to
Nothing.
get to Woods, but now it'll be third down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. But you look at this Bronco defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Right?
CJ Stroud ain't got nothing
I think
on
you're going to see
us.
some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft,
Welcome to
free
the NFL,
agency,
kid.
maybe even both.
Even
They
though I'm a
definitely
rookie,
need
too.
some help in the
The Denver defensive unit back out there. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go
Let's go.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
Let's go. They told you don't throw it towards me.
The first time we've seen him
That's
get
not
run
what
up
you
here
want.
during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Back out comes the Bronco defense. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz.
Oh my God, get him on the ground. What
15
happened?
yards is the pickup there, and the
He's
drive
the
started
big
very
dude.
nicely. First down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Stroud sets up the play action. That is
Bro, that was a nice throw.
Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away. The Denver defensive unit back out there. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. And they'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. The second down throw now from Stroud.
Go!
His struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have the football.
One more interception, and I make history.
Adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Back out comes the Bronco defense.
Here we go, here we go.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
Let's go. They told you stop throwing my way. the number one cornerback in the league.
46-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now?
The Denver defensive unit back out there. First and 10, it's Stroud. That's into the hands of Woods. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
Stop throwing my way.
For the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here.
4 interceptions. Let's go.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions?
That's why you don't put a rookie on the board with me.
Defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he... Back out comes the Bronco defense. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Ready, go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Final play of the half, Stroud. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
Oh my God, again.
Another interception. And he will
Again.
down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we can pass the half. The Denver defensive unit back out there. They'll be forced to defend a short field following the INT a moment ago. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6
Drop that.
points.
Look at that. He dropped that. Get out of here.
Point, remember, all touchdowns
And he was out of
do have to be
bounds.
confirmed by the replay official.
That better not give him that.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just
What does the title say? What does the title say? Lockdown.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud on 3rd down now. They'll get the hook up there to Woods. And he is going to have a Texans first.
Wait, they gave him that touchdown? How did you?
Conversion. Hand off right side to Pierce. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. As his complete to Woods. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Let's go. We are
Preseason, we
unstoppable
were
going
to
into the
different training
playoffs.
camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines.
I'll be right back.
Back out comes the Bronco defense. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead.
Let's go.
As
Let's
next
finish this
drive
game off.
begins 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is what happens when you go against a rookie quarterback.
Earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Swarm to the football. That's what we do.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go. Let's close this game out. 6 minutes, and we go into the history book. The greatest quarterback of all time.
Stroud working out of the gun. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to it.
The Denver defensive unit back out there. And they'll begin by trying to defend a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready up. Go.
On first down, here's Stroud. Caught left side, here's Dell.
You know what's great about going into the history books as your first year in the NFL?
Well, those are the types
It's
of
doing
plays
it
they
live.
probably wish they had made more
There's
in
no
the
fuss,
first three
no muss.
quarters,
Everyone
and
sees
this deficit going to be
all
tough
me
to overcome
all
here
day.
in the fourth, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're
Nice
looking for
throw.
effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Stroud to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. And now before the ball changes
There wasn't no
hands, they're going
catch.
to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
This referee a hater.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to
I see we don't have a problem with
that
this
one
referee.
overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Frank Clark from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's
Nice
got
throw.
it. Touchdown. Devin Singletary from 21 yards away. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that depth. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slow.